Hello everyone, welcome to my new video about the 1935 Yangtze Flood. Make sure you like and subscribe on the channel. Have fun watching! One of the most devastating events of 1935 was the Yangtze River flood in China, which has been called one of the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history. The 1935 Yangtze River flood was caused by a combination of heavy rainfall and the failure of the river's levee system. The flooding began in the summer of 1935, when a prolonged period of heavy rainfall caused the Yangtze River and its tributaries to swell. The heavy rainfall continued into the fall, causing the river to rise rapidly and overflow its banks. The levee system that had been built along the river to protect against flooding was poorly maintained and unable to withstand the force of the rising waters. As a result, the levees began to collapse, allowing the floodwaters to inundate the surrounding areas. The flooding was made worse by the fact that the river channel had become clogged with sediment and debris, reducing its capacity to carry water and causing the floodwaters to spread out over a wider area. The flooding began in late July and continued for several months, with the water eventually covering an area the size of England. The floodwaters displaced millions of people and destroyed homes, crops, and infrastructure. The death toll from the flood is estimated to be between 145,000 and 400,000 people, with the exact number difficult to determine due to the chaotic nature of the disaster. The 1935 Yangtze River flood had significant implications for China's modern history, as well as for the global community. Here are some of the key implications. Impact on China's infrastructure. The disaster highlighted the need for better water management infrastructure in China. Following the flood, the government began investing in the construction of dams, levees, and other infrastructure to prevent future flooding. Today, China is home to some of the largest and most ambitious water management projects in the world, including the Three Gorges Dam. Impact on Chinese society and politics. The disaster caused widespread anger and frustration with the government's response, and it fueled a growing sense of nationalism and anti-imperialism in China. It also contributed to the collapse of the nationalist government and the eventual rise of the Communist Party. International support and cooperation. The disaster prompted international support and cooperation from countries such as the United States, Great Britain, and France. This marked an important moment of collaboration between China and other nations. Impact on global natural disaster response. The 1935 Yangtze River flood was one of the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history, and it prompted discussions about how to respond to such disasters. Today, the disaster serves as an important case study in natural disaster response, highlighting the importance of preparedness, infrastructure, and international cooperation. As you heard, the 1935 Yangtze River flood had a profound impact on China's modern history, as well as on global discussions about natural disaster response and infrastructure development. While the disaster was a tragic event, it also spurred important changes and collaborations that continue to shape our world today. In conclusion, the year 1935 was a year of significant events in world history. The Yangtze River flood in China was one of the most devastating natural disasters in recorded history and had a profound impact on China's modern history. The year also saw political and social upheaval in Europe and the United States, as well as cultural milestones such as the introduction of Monopoly and the first Technicolor feature film. This was the video about the 1935 Yangtze flood. I hope you have learned something about this natural disaster. For more videos about natural disaster, like the video and subscribe on the channel. I see you next time.